Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of natural gas has moved in the last week and how the price of natural gas can move in the next week. See, if you look at the chart of natural gas, what we have seen, the natural gas now trading at a level of $3.5710. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, you can see there is a pattern forming. First pattern is this particular U pattern is forming. After that there is a fall. Okay, second thing is that there is a narrow pattern is forming. Okay, the second thing is so, and the third thing, if you look at this trend, a smaller pattern is forming in this particular trend. So chances are very high as soon as the price started going below a level of 3.43, we can see there can be a further downfall, and we can see it can move below 3.34 and then a further downfall towards $3. And if the price fall below this level, a further downfall can be seen. If you look at this particular trend, there is a U pattern is forming, and chances of going further upside we can see towards $3.67. And if the price going above that particular level, we can see it can sustain above a level of 3.9. Then this particular trend shows an upside, so chances of going towards 4.2 will be there after crossing a level of $4. Okay, and if you look at this particular trend, there is a narrow pattern forming, and chances are high that if the price started going below 3.5, we can see it can go further down towards 3.4, then to a level of 3.35. And if started going below this level, chance of touching $3 will be there, and then a further downfall. Okay, now the natural gas price depends on a lot of factors. Okay, dollar index is one of it. When dollar index started going upside, we see the natural gas price comes down. When the dollar index started going down, we see the natural gas price goes up. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, now you have to understand there are a lot of factors are also there, but this is playing an important role, because see, if the import and export depends on dollar index. Okay, dollars. Okay, so when the dollar price increases, then if suppose if you have ordered this particular quantity, you have to pay more of this quantity when the dollar index dollar price increases. So it create a disbalance in import and export and the demands also. Okay, so that is where the price get affected. Now if you look at this trend, so let's see how the dollar index is moving, because see, as I've already explained you, it depends on a lot of factors, and dollar index is one of it. Started going upside, we see the price of gold natural gas comes down. Similarly, if the dollar index started going down, we see the natural gas price goes up. Now the price has come down already below a level of $98, and chances are very high that if the price started going below this particular level, and yes, there is a probability, we can see a bounce back can come, and then a further downfall we can see towards $97.5. And if the price falling below that particular level, we can see the price can go further low, and yes, after that it can touch a level of $96.9. Suppose if the price falling below that particular level, chance of touching 96.24 will be there, and if the price falling below that particular level, we can see it can touch a level of $95.25. Okay, three things that you have to understand here is that a U pattern is forming in this particular level, and if the price started going below this level, chance of touching 97.5 will be there, then to a level of 95.7, and then to a level of 94.6. Suppose if the price falling below this level, chance of touching 93.7 we can see, and then a further upside. But if it started sustaining this level, we can see it can go further high towards a level of 98.34, and if that sustain, we can see it can go towards a level of $99.4. Suppose if the price sustaining above that level, probability of touching 100 will be there, and if that sustain, a further upside we can see towards 100.5. Suppose if the price sustain above 100.5, it can touch a level of $102, and from there a further upside we can see towards 103.6, then a further high, okay, towards a level of 104, and then further upside. Let's back on the natural gas price, what we can see. Suppose if the price didn't the natural gas price, what we can see, as we have seen the dollar index started going down, and what we have seen for this particular week, the price of natural gas is coming down. But overall trend, if you look at from this perspective, we have seen a narrow pattern is forming and an upside we have seen, and this particular U pattern is supporting this trend. So if the price sustain this level, it can move towards its first resistance, that is 3.7, and if the price going above that particular level, chance of touching 3.74, and from there after the price touched a level of 3.74, chances of crossing a level of around 3.83 is there, because 3.83 is already tested. So the price will go above that level and it can touch a level of $3.94. And if the price going above that particular level, chance of touching $4. We sustain above $4, probability of touching 4.17 we can see, because there is a higher chances that as soon as the price sustain above $4, probability of touching 4.39 we can see, and from there a level of 4.57 we can see, and then a further upside. But if the price didn't sustain, it can come down again towards a level of $3.5. Okay, and if that didn't sustain, a further fall we can see towards 3.43. Suppose if it started falling below 3.43, probability of touching 3.35 we can see, and if the price falling below that particular level, chance of touching $3 we can see. Okay, and then there will be this particular trend is supporting a downside, so we can see the price will fall further down towards $2.92, and from there a further fall we can see towards a level of around 2.65, because there will be a zone breakout, so we can see the price can go further low and it can touch a level of $2.43, and if the price falling below this level, a further downfall we can see. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail ID is also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you.